Assalamu alaikum. It's Mariam. I'm just here to talk about my health issues for the week. For the past 3 weeks, I've not been very good. I've had really bad cervical dystonia, which I think probably triggered off my narcolepsy. So I've been doing a lot of shaking and jumping and sleeping a lot, as well as falling over. But alhamdulillah, although I was waiting injections in my neck and the appointment had been cancelled, I finally had my injections, alhamdulillah. So I'm feeling much better now. Yesterday was the best day that I'd had since my injections, which was a bonus. So apart from that, I've had cramping, pins and needles, and what I call my lights going out because I can't see anything. I've been waiting a hospital appointment, but it's not happened. But I am aware that everything's postponed and delayed and all kinds of rubbish, while we're listening to this, all this business to do with this pandemic. But alhamdulillah, hopefully that appointment will come soon. I will chase the GP again because the opticians, sent me to the hospital and I went and they said it was nothing to do with my eyes. They thought it was something else. And that's been a good few months now. So I need to chase that up, inshallah. I'm just glad to be more flexible. The reason I'm wearing sunglasses is because I am light sensitive, and my normal glasses, they're broken. Unfortunately, I'm supposed to be seeing the opticians, but they informed me because of the way things are now, I really should have a home visit. But because of the situation around us, they're not allowed to do home visits at the moment. And as soon as they can, then they will let me know. So the glasses that I'm supposed to wear for reading, writing, watching TV, all-time general use with the tinting, they're broken. So I just have to hope that Allah gives me plenty of sabr because I really need patience with everything that's happening at the moment. I want to, thank you for listening to me and for watching my videos. This past week, my IBS has been up and down. 1 minute is okay, the next minute is not. Sometimes it's to do with this heat. Sometimes I'm not sure why, but it's just coming out of the blue. But I'm not complaining because Allah gave me these health illnesses, as a blessing. All my illnesses are a blessing, because as long as Allah is giving somebody shifa and Allah is cleansing them of their sins, you know that inshallah things are going to get better when you get to the next life, inshallah. I hope that any of you that has any illnesses, I hope and pray that they're mild. With me, with the weather, with the stress of things going on around me, my illnesses, first the cervical dystonia, but that I think was mostly because the injection was late I had to have 3 injections in my neck, which I'm happy to say that I've had now. But that was 10 plus. Then the narcolepsy kicked in at 10 plus, which meant I was sleeping most of the time, on and off all day long, all night long, wanting to stay awake and not being able to. Alhamdulillah, yesterday, because it was our Eid, I had the injections, and they were setting in. I managed to stay awake yesterday, alhamdulillah. Um, but my IBS is between a 7 and a 10, which isn't good really. Um, and as for my depression, well, that's up and down. Uh, some days I'm having a good day, even with everything that's going on around us. And then other days, I just hope and pray that Allah keeps me strong, because I don't have much patience, to be honest. Some things are happening around me that are beyond my control. And sometimes I just wish there was something that I could do, and, hopefully I'll think of something. But to be honest, I've had enough of living here. I've had enough of many things, and I just, wish I could get up and disappear, but it's not that easy at this precise moment. But Allah knows when the time is right. I may go somewhere, go and live somewhere else, outside of this country. Um, so my I've also had a lot of gastric weed, which doesn't help. Grandchildren might find it funny, because grandma's got the farts when we go to the park, because we can't do anything else now. Um, so many things that we wanted to do yesterday, and because of the new rules and laws brought in overnight, um, we couldn't do. But we still managed to enjoy the best we could, alhamdulillah, so I'm not complaining. Although I couldn't go to the masjid, um, I did watch Mufti Menik on my TV for the Eid prayers, so that was a blessing in itself. Although I do miss going to the masjid, sometimes I think the people that are trying to control us don't really understand, how this affects, certain people, but that's another topic. So, alhamdulillah, I've had, because of this heat, sometimes my arthritis is set in. The other day, I had really swollen feet. They look like giant balloons. But alhamdulillah, I'm okay. And I hope you all are okay. I hope you all stay safe. I hope you all, Allah is by your side always. And I hope you all manage to keep it real. Don't let anybody control you. Don't let anybody take away your rights. Do what you feel is right. Don't fear this pandemic, because Allah knows if you're meant to get this virus or any other virus, Allah will give it to you, no matter what you do, no matter where you are. As long as you follow the rules as far as wearing your protection in certain places, um, you know, because Allah helps those who help themselves, you know. And while they're saying don't do this and don't do that, I'm begging you, especially, as a Muslim, or even if you're a Christian or a Jew, don't give up, don't lock yourself away, don't listen to this idiot that is running our country. I'm begging you, help your neighbor, don't forget your neighbor, you know. It could be the smallest thing, the smallest thing can get you to paradise. So if your neighbor is struggling and your neighbor might need some sugar, and please, 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 if you're able and you're capable, go and help that neighbor. You don't have to go in the house, you just have to take the sugar or whatever it is that your neighbor might be needing. But please, I'm telling you, check on your neighbor. Make sure that your neighbor is okay. call your family and friends, as much as you can, you know, just so that we know that everything is okay, you know, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Anything could happen, and we can't keep blaming COVID-19. In my community, people blaming COVID-19 here, there, and everywhere. And in the past few weeks, what's happened? A shooting at a party, which supposedly was an accident. To me, there's no accidents if you're taking guns to parties, you know. And then another man, he was murdered in my community. And then two nephews, they got stabbed to death, you know. So please open your eyes, be aware, stay safe, and don't let anybody control you. And I'm begging you with all my heart, for the sake of Allah, please keep in touch with your family, your friends, and your neighbors. Make sure they're safe, make sure they don't need anything. And if you are able and you are capable, go out and help them. Don't leave them by themselves. Loneliness and isolation is a big problem in this country, and with this supposed, pandemic going on, many people are left in loneliness and isolation. They're dying at home, and as Muslims, that is not an Islamic way of life, to leave the family, your family, the children of the Prophet Adam, peace be with him, alone. You can't. You can't. These people are your family. We are all the children of Adam. Okay? Please, please, please. If you're healthy and you're capable, please remember your family, your friends, your neighbors. Don't forget anybody. Okay? No matter what they do or say to you, no matter what. I remember a beautiful story I was told. Somebody used to always put the garbage outside the Prophet Muhammad's house, peace and blessings be upon him, and then one day the garbage was not there, and he went to that person's house to check on them, to make sure they was okay. That's the kind of patience we need now more than ever during this supposed pandemic. We need to be patient, we need to be kind, and we need to be helping each other. And if you have the illnesses, any illness, because I have one of my girls, she's very, very sick. She needs dua every day for shifa, for the cleansing of her sins, because she need many things, but at the moment she's waiting treatment, for them to set up some dialysis for her at home. But while she's waiting, she's suffering big time, even though she's trying to stay very, very patient, alhamdulillah. But saying that, if Allah wills, if we manage to get the money together, I would love with all my heart, to take her to another country, so she can get a kidney transplant as soon as possible. Those of you that know me very well, you know that I already had one of my birth daughters. She was very sick, and she had to have a kidney transplant. And then after 1 year, the kidney failed. Allah knows the plan, but she passed away of a heart attack. So many things going on in her life, and it wasn't easy for her. And she was only a young, very young girl, and even this girl who's like a daughter to me, she's very young too, Unfortunately, I'm not healthy enough, and I know that because when my Pippa was alive, I wanted to, I would have loved to give her one of my kidneys, but because of my health, it wasn't allowed. But if anybody knows anybody, alhamdulillah, please, get in touch. You're more than welcome to get in touch, and hopefully we can sort with the hospital. But if not, I hope Allah makes it so we can get the money together, to take her outside of this country, to get a transplant somewhere else, inshallah. So please, please, please make dua for her, and never ever forget your family, your friends, and your neighbors, especially during this pandemic. I love you all for the sake of Allah. Take care and have a great day. Masalam.